Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to do eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos. So if you like makeup content, specifically eyeshadow related makeup content, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you're seeing it again, and I have new hair. And I am very excited about it. I love it. I think it's fun. So yeah, today we are going to talk about the Oden'S Solmane 2 collection. So let's just go ahead and get on into it. Okay, so I placed 2 orders because I didn't know which highlighters I wanted. So I just ordered the blushes and the palette. I didn't order all the blushes. I ordered 5 of the 6. I knew which blush I didn't want. I just felt like it was too deep for my skin tone, but the rest of the blushes I was like, yeah. So anyways, I placed that order, and that order arrived, came with one of these like dual-ended face brushes, which I don't know if I missed something. I didn't realize they were doing that. And then I decided which highlighters I wanted, so I placed a second order and got another one of those brushes. So I'll probably try and give one of them to a family member or something, but I might try and use the brush today. I don't know if you can even purchase it. I guess I could look that up. Okay, the double-ended highlighter brush you can purchase on their website. It's sold out right now, but it's $6.90, and so it's a highlighter brush. That's interesting. That just feels like that would get, I don't know. This feels like it would be actually like a good concealer brush, because you could kind of maybe that's what it means. It's like, that's like highlighting cream and then like a highlighting powder, or I bet you could dip into one of the highlighters and brush that on. I'll try and use that for the highlighter. Anyways, moving along. With the order came this little card, and it says, "We continue with the theme of elements of the first generation Solmane collection and designed a new Solmane 2 collection inspired by the sun, the moon, and the stars. This collection consists of dreamy and ethereal color scheme. We hope to add more soft and dreamy colors in our springtime appropriate color collection. Let the stars, sun, and moon bring you dreamy and shining colors." So there you go. Okay, so let's start with the blushes. I will say, it is so difficult to open their packaging. Like, I had to rip every box. This one I kept just because it said the open container, and this was the same, I think, for the highlighters. It's 36 months. All of the products are made in China, I believe. Let me look at the eyeshadow palette. Yeah, made in China, also 36 months. So, yeah, okay. So, anyways, like I said, I got 5 of the blushes. So this first blush is B102 Warm Sun. So it's like a very pretty light orangey blush. I might use that one today. And then this one is W102 Peach Gleam. And this one is like so pretty to look at. I don't know, because this looks like it's supposed to be kind of like a shimmery blush, but I don't know if this is like just an overspray. Like, will that actually be there? If it is just an overspray, it's at least still a pretty color after that goes away. What was I gonna say? Oh, the packaging. So just wanted to show that each compact does have a mirror, and then I might as well tell you guys prices while I'm here. I think a lot of this collection actually sold out. The blushes look like they're available. They are $20.90. I think this is in US dollars on their site. This, I think I converted it to US dollars. So yeah, $20.90. This one is B101 Sunset Clouds. This is such a pretty like purpley blush. I think that'll look really pretty on my skin tone. It reminds me of the blush in shade A Plum from Lancome, which is like my most used blush ever. I have like 3 versions of it that I've gone through. Next one is W103 Sienna Luster. This one is so pretty to look at in the pan, and it looks like not like an overspray of glitter. Like, it looks like it's truly like more of a metallic, like shimmery blush, I should say. And then last one that I got is W101 Roseate Love, and this one also same thing. It looks like very pretty shimmery. Actually, this one looks more like the glitter overspray of the other one. It doesn't look like super metallic, but anyways, super pretty. I don't know which one I will use. I am going somewhere after this, so I am just going to use one blush and one highlight. I'm not going to try like one on each cheek because I have to actually go out in public. So anyways, okay, now going into the highlighters. This one I've used already, and the highlighters are slightly more expensive. They're $22.90, and I only bought 3 highlighters only. This one is H101 Moon Talk. I used this one yesterday. Stunning. It's like a green iridescent sort of shift. Like, do you see that? Oh, it was so pretty. I loved it, and it blended in. It didn't look super crazy. I was able to blend into the skin pretty nicely, so I was really happy with that one. And then next up is H102 Pink Star. Kind of similar in that like it's like a icy highlight with like a shift, but this one has a pink shift. So that one looks really pretty. I tried to not get any that were super sparkly. Like I wanted the more metallic ones. This one's H105 Azura Shine, which is similar but like a bluish purpley reflect. So I thought that was pretty. But yeah, I avoided, that's why I only got 3 because I avoided, what were the other ones? Yeah, they had like some other ones that were shimmery because I think they launched 6. And then one that wasn't shimmery but looked like a more standard highlight color. So I just didn't feel like I needed it. But anyways, those are the other products. And then they did launch a cream gel liner set. I did not pick that up, which I'm actually glad about because since I didn't pick that one up, I was able to order the About Face one that launched. So I'm really excited to see those. But anyways, this is the packaging on the eyeshadow palette. I am devastated. As many of you know, I don't like the texture of the Oden'S eye palettes. It has this weird, like, I don't know, it's like a sandpapery texture. So I normally keep all of my palettes from them in a sleeve, but this also was like so impossible to get out, so I had to rip the sleeve just to get the palette out. So anyways, I'll just have to like touch it on the edges, but this is what the palette looks like. That is the color story. So pretty. What I want to do is like a yellow, orange, purple, like sunset crease, and then the blue on the lid. So that's what we're gonna do. I have already primed my eyelids with the Smashbox Cosmetics 24-hour eyeshadow base. I always prime my eyelids. That's how I like to do my makeup. So that is what I have done. And then I've also primed my face with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So not that you guys need to know that. Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the eyeshadow look. I'll do my base except for blush and highlight, and then I'll come back and do that, the lower lash line stuff. And then we'll talk about my thoughts on the palette. I have not used the palette yet. This will be a first impression. I actually haven't even swatched it yet, which now that I think about it, I should probably take a picture of the palette before I take my brush and fingers into it. So hold on one second. I scooted over a little bit because I had so many of you say that you loved being able to see my dog, like when he's right here. So I wanted to give him his room for his moment in case he wants to pop into the picture more, but, or in the frame more, I should say. But anyways, I have 3 dogs. Their names are Buddy, Cash, and Ellie. That is Cash right there. And Cash is probably the one that you've seen, and he's been in several videos. I would say he's the one that's probably been in like most of them. I don't know if Buddy or Ellie have really been in videos. I can't remember, but anyways, he's always the one that hangs out with me in here. So yeah, he's probably the one that you'll see. So I figured I'd let you know what his name is in case those of you that are new haven't seen him before. Okay, so I am going to start with the darker purple, which is the shade Galaxy, and I'm going to use a Real Techniques 057 Precision Point Shadow Brush. It's like this like tiny, like domed brush. We're gonna go in with Galaxy. Oh, that's like a really pretty purple. Okay. You guys, if you're not new here, you know how I feel about purple eyeshadow. If you are new here, I love purple eyeshadow. Speaking of loving purple eyeshadow, I do want to say that like, I think what's really cool about this palette is you could very easily get a look with each row. Oh God, I just dug my stupid nail in there. Okay. Anyways, you could get a look with each rose. So you could do this blue look, this purpley, pinkish look, and then the, you know, warmer orange yellow look. So because I feel like that's nicely laid out for people, I'm gonna try and avoid doing that. I already explained what I was doing, so you guys already know. But yeah, I think that's really cool. And then if you're somebody who wants to do like more colorful looks, but you're just not sure how do you come up with color combinations? And you know, I know a lot of people just say like, oh, I just stare at the palette until something jumps out at me. But if you're like having a moment where you're like not feeling super creative and you're like, I like this color story, but I just don't know where to go or what to do, what I kind of like to do is look at, so like for example, this palette's nicely laid out into the rows, so you could do like easy monochromatic-ish looks that way. But what I also like to do is go like columns if I want to look for like more unique color stories, or even quads. So like you could get like an interesting like purple gold look here, or do like a purple teal look, same thing here, like just to kind of look at that and then see if there's a color story that inspires me. And I don't require that I stick to only those shades, but like, can I create a look using those shades in either the columns or the quads? That would work. So that's just kind of how I look at it, if I want to find something that's a little bit more interesting. But also sometimes a color story just speaks to me and I'm like, that's what I want to do with it. So, you know, just my 2 cents on that. Okay, so then I want to blend this out with the orange, which is Solar. Okay, so this is a Morphe M433 brush. It's kind of like a flatter, fluffy brush. So I like it for blending things out when I don't want it to get out of control. So again, going in with the shade Solar and just kind of tapping that. Oh yeah, that's like, this is gonna be like a very pretty sunset eye that we're gonna get going on here. I do find that Oden's Eyes mattes are very easy to blend. Like you just saw there, that didn't really take all that much effort. So that was nice. I think I'm gonna go back in with that 057 brush and a little bit of, what was that, Galaxy? And just kind of build up that purple again. Go back in with that other shade. Sort of tap over that purple again. And purple and orange are complementary colors, so they don't really blend together, right? They're not going to create like a color together. Although I will say, I think because this isn't like a true orange, I'm kind of getting like a pinky color from the two coming together. So normally that's what you need with a sunset eye, is a pink to help marry the purple and orange. So I'm not going for perfection here. They're not perfectly gonna blend together, but if they blend together for the most part, I'm okay with it. Then what I want to do is grab another brush. Okay, so this is Sephora Pro Crease 19 brush. It's just a regular like domed fluffy brush for blending in the crease. Then we're gonna go in with the shade Warm Light. I don't know if I'm gonna bring this all the way in or if I just want to use this to kind of like add some additional. Might lightly take it right here with like not a ton of product on the brush. Like that. Yeah, because I like, yes, that's literally a sunset, so exactly what I was going for. You know, I just realized I meant to use my cut crease stencil for this and I forgot. So we're just gonna have to cut the crease the normal way. I decided I was originally gonna use the matte shade Soft Cloud, but then I was like, then I won't have used any of the shimmers in the palette. So I'm changing it up. So I'm gonna do shimmer shades on the lid instead, which I know isn't like revolutionary, but that's not what I originally planned. But anyways, I'm gonna cut my crease with a glitter glue, which I know I never do. And you don't have to use a glitter glue to make shimmers look nice. You can just wet your brush, but I wanted to cut my crease anyway, and so I figured if I'm gonna use shimmers, might as well cut it with a glitter primer. So, yep. Oh, and I'm using the Sigma cut crease brush, the E62. So this isn't like super pigmented, so it's not, doesn't really look like I've done anything yet, but I will put shimmer shades on top of it, and then it'll give us that cut crease vibe that we are looking for. This is a Lancome, actually it's a concealer brush, but it's like a flat shader brush, so I shouldn't need to get it wet or anything, because I'm gonna go in with this shade Mercury, and we're gonna be putting it on top of where we just put that glitter primer. That is a very pretty shimmer shade. It's very glitzy and sparkly. You know what's funny is when I saw this palette, I had the idea to do like this Color Story look, and I was like, I'm so inspired, this is so creative, I've never done something like this. Now that I'm sitting here, I'm like, I've definitely done this exact look with the Melt Amore y Mariposas palettes. Like, not this exact look because the shades are a little bit different, but Sunset Crease, blue on the lid, I did that. But anyways, going in on the other side of that, same Lancome brush in the shade Deep Space, which is the other blue shimmer. This at least makes it a little bit different because it's an actual like blue and not a teal. So it is different from my Amore y Mariposas palette slightly. I just really like the Sunset Crease, I guess. Then let's go back in with the purple shade Galaxy on that same Real Techniques brush. Kind of blend into that blue a little bit, just to kind of blend the shimmers into the mattes. And then I'm actually going to go back in with Deep Sea and kind of tap over just to really get that blend going. I think, oh, you know what? Actually, we're gonna do one more thing. I have so many gel liners and so many things that I could use those liners for, but every time I try a palette, I'm like, gotta try a shadow liner situation. So I'm going in with the shade Nebula, which is the dark blue, and just gonna create like, not like a huge wing, but just like a little smokiness on the lash line. And then I forgot to say, I'm using a Morphe M508 brush for this. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm gonna clean this up. Like I said earlier, gonna do my whole base except for the blush and highlight and my lower lash line. And I'll come back and do that, and then put lashes on, blah, 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 and then we'll talk about my thoughts on the palette. So I will be right back, but you're gonna just keep watching this. So I have done basically everything except for like lips, mascara, you know, all that I'm gonna do after I finish this. So we are going to go in with warm B102 Warm Sun, that orangey blush, and I did use this brush actually for concealer, and I didn't do a terrible job, but oh wait, no, I want to use this brush for the highlight. Hold on, I'm gonna use just a normal blush brush. This is a Sephora 99 Pro Blush brush. I have one side that I use for my orange blushes, one side that I use for my pink blushes until I wash it. Okay. That is a very lovely, like, truly orange blush. Yeah, that's fun. I don't think I have like an actual orange blush. All of the orange blushes I have tend to lean like a little bit more on the pink side, whereas that one's like straight up orange. Okay, I swear I dipped my brush in here, but like you can barely see that like I did anything to this imprint, so that's fun. Now I am going to go in with this Azura Shine H105 highlight, and we are going to use their highlight brush, so this is going to be like the blue one. I feel like this is going to tie in the look nicely. I mean, okay, so that is sparkly. I thought I got the non-sparkly one, but that's all right. Not like I mean, maybe the other one's more sparkly, or maybe I mixed them up, but it's not terrible. Then what I like to do usually when I apply a highlight is I take my sponge and just kind of press that in so we get the glow without it looking like it's sitting on top of my skin. I like to see it like melt in. Okay, so now let's do the lower lash line. I want to go in with the shade Galaxy and then the shade Solar. I guess I could have done the blue mattes on the lower lash line to try out more shades, but I didn't think about that till just now. So well. And then that same Sephora brush from earlier in the shade Warm Light. Again, kind of kept it concentrated to the outer portion and then sort of used when there was less pigment on my brush. Kind of swiped around. Okay. Oh, inner corner. So I think for the inner corner, I actually am going to go in with the pink shade, the pink sparkly shade, which is called Starry Sky. And this is a Milk Cosmetics Lapis Fino brush in 523. And just trying to, this is kind of a chunky, flaky shimmer, so it's sort of falling off the brush. But it looks like it's either like a duochrome or a multichrome because it looks pink and pan, but it's just reflecting gold on the lid. So I think that looks pretty. She's chunky monkey. I'd be curious about trying this shade on the lid because it's very chunky, so it's just super refracted sparkles on the inner corner. But I mean, I think that's basically the look. So I'm gonna go put lashes and mascara on, lips, all that jazz, and then I'll come back and give my overall thoughts on the products I've tried so far. So hopefully the audio on this isn't super messed up because I had my phone plugged into the mic and then dropped it, and now it's like the cord from the mic is bent weird. But anyway, so hopefully if this sounds weird, I'm really sorry. But anyways, this is the finished look. What do we think? I love it. There is one part on this lid where the purple like won't stick to, but I'm not having that issue on this eye, so I think it's more of like a didn't apply my primer all the way or in that spot or something. I don't think it's like a shadow issue. But anyways, let me give you my thoughts. So starting with the eyeshadow palette, I've only used this once and I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 12 shades. So I've used a little bit over half. I liked them. I think it blended really nice. I think it's a really cool color story. They have such pretty sparkly shimmer shades. Big fan. This highlight was a little bit more sparkly than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I picked the two of the blue ones that wasn't sparkly, so that could be my bad, but after I tapped it in with my beauty blender, I feel like it's just giving shine and less sparkle, so I think that's all right. This blush, what is this? Warm Sun. I love this. This is so beautiful, especially on my skin tone. The one blush I didn't buy was like a darker orange, because I just thought that was going to be too dark for me. So if you have a deeper skin tone, that blush might be, you know, work better. I don't know. I didn't buy all of them and I haven't even tried any of the other blushes except that one. So anyways, overall, I really like this collection. I think it's really pretty. This palette and the Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette, like I think might be battling out for which one's number one of like the palettes that I've tried so far this year. Granted, I've only tried this one once. I have to play with both of them a bit more, but I've really enjoyed both of them so far. So anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. And then I do have another question that I want you guys to let me know your thoughts on. So obviously I'm going to try these blushes and these highlights ongoing, but I don't do like rankings of anything but eyeshadow palettes, and I'm getting the About Face gel liners and I plan on buying a majority of the House Labs launch. So I was thinking, would you guys want to see like a haul of like non-eyeshadow products that I've purchased and my thoughts on them, like once I've had time to like try those out? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, yeah, that's it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.